Mitsubishi Delica L400. This one is diesel 2.8 4M40, and this vehicle has a problem. Overdrive doesn't work. What I mean, overdrive stays off all the time, and vehicle runs 3000 RPM at 100 kilometers per hour, which is too much. It means transmission doesn't shift to the highest gear and stays there locked. This is our problem. We have to fix it. I have some ideas what's wrong, and I got a direction, but first, before we'll get started, let's confirm the issue. Take a vehicle for a spin, drive it on the highway, go up to 100 kilometers and watch the RPM. Even overdrive light is off, it doesn't mean overdrive is on. As you can see here, to keep this button stay down, there's a chunk of wood just jammed there. Just keep it, because it won't stay, and as soon as you pull the stick out, it will go to overdrive off, and that overdrive light will get illuminated. Yeah, we assume it's on, overdrive is on, but yeah, it's actually not. For the overdrive to work, engine needs to be warm up to the operating temperature. According to the Mitsubishi Delica shop repair manual, engine coolant temperature should reach 50 degrees Celsius for temperature switch to close and ground overdrive relay. Everything on this diagram, there's a few pages for overdrive circuit. We'll get to it later, and you will see what I mean, and why sometimes light can be off but overdrive won't stay on. Yeah, well, it might be confusing, but we'll get to it. Everything will get clear. Let's take a vehicle for a spin. We're driving on a highway and we have 3000 RPM at 80 kilometers per hour. That's way too high. Normally, when overdrive is on, we should see 2500 RPM at 100 kilometers per hour. Let's take a brief look on a wiring diagram and talk how overdrive control circuit works on the Mitsubishi Delica. It will give us a little bit more understanding how to troubleshoot it if you have some other issues with overdrive non-functioning. Okay, main component, we have a power feed from the ignition switch to the fuse number 15, 10 amps. Here's our fuse box. Mitsubishi called this junction block, and the fuse number 15 is the bottom row. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth from the left, that's a red 10 amp fuse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 10, this guy, 10 amp. Here is our overdrive control switch on the top of the gear shifter selector over here. This is our combination meter, aka instrument cluster, and our favorite overdrive off light bulb here. And then it grounds down, and this wire, red and yellow, is coming down to our overdrive control relay. This guy coming to the relay. This is a input to the relay, and as you can see, relay has multiple wires coming down, and we're only interested at this point at the control side of the relay, overdrive switch, and our engine coolant temperature sensor. This guy. Normally, when engine is cold, sensor is open. What it means, when overdrive switch is off and ignition is on, battery voltage will flow through the fuse number 10 down to the overdrive relay and find the ground at the engine coolant temperature sensor. When engine is cold, sensor is open. When engine coolant temperature becomes 50 plus degrees Celsius or higher, then engine coolant temp sensor will switch to the closed on position, as you can see here, on. And well, when the switch is turned on, current will flow from the overdrive switch down through the coolant temp sensor and find the ground, and overdrive relay will get bridged and on a control side, and then we'll have the overdrive solenoid valve activated. This guy, that was overdrive off. What about overdrive on? Pretty easy. As you can see, when overdrive is normally on, all the 99% of the time you drive on overdrive on, ignition switch power feeds a 10 amp fuse number 15, and it's coming down, and it's in on position, bridged to the contact number 2, and it's coming to this block, no connection, coming back, and power cannot find the ground, and it's staying here, and our solenoid is not activated, and you drive fast with lowest RPM as possible. And what about lamp? Why you sometimes see the overdrive light indicator off but solenoid is not on? Well, as you can see, here's the 3 wires, right? And one red and yellow is coming straight to the overdrive light off. When switch is off, power is coming same way through the fuse to this light, and it grounds here. This circuit might be okay, but this part of the circuit might be fine, but this part of the circuit might be an issue, or can be open or short, or faulty relay, or faulty overdrive solenoid, or bad coolant temperature sensor, or wiring, or bad ground. Can be so many variables, but always we have to start with the basics. And yeah, let's go outside and we'll continue. Just in case, if you need to know where that overdrive control really lives, it's over here, as you can see on the picture. And yeah, that is a relay. Pretty easy to get, not too bad allocation. What is a basic step of any diagnosis or troubleshooting? It's a visual inspection. And we know our switch is faulty, but we're right here, covers removed. It's a good time to inspect the wiring to the switch, and at the connector over here, everything looks good. Let's disconnect it. This connector, push this locking tab down and pull the connector out. Don't pull the wires. We'll check the connections of pin fitments. No rusty crusties, no spreaded terminals, and on this side it looks just fine. We confirmed the issue, we looked on the wiring diagram. Now time to get this column gear shifter handle replaced with the overdrive switch. It's pretty easy. Video will be down in the description in details how to replace the handle. And let's check the cart over there. Everything is put back together, and we are test driving our Mitsubishi Delica on a highway again after we replaced overdrive switch. As you can see, my speed is going up. Let's speed up our Delica up to 100 kilometers per hour and check the RPM. We're looking for 22-2500 RPM at 100 kilometers per hour. Guys, if this video is helpful, put a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and if you have any comments, critics, questions, concerns, leave everything down in the comment section below. As you can see, we're at 100 kilometers and we're around 23-2400 RPM. Beautiful, I will call it fixed. Well, it didn't really work. Look at that amount of the Diag tape, and yeah, it's sticky still. Well, I wasn't probably put it a long time ago. Look at that. Oh, here's a broken chunk of wood. Let's push it. And as you can see, it's not locking. It should stay down. It doesn't. Here's example. Known good one. Off. And this one is not working. It's not locking. Off. And this one always off. Well, I will tear it apart later, see what's happening, what's wrong, but that will be might be a topic for another short video, but not going to do it right now. Good enough for today. No more diagnosis needed, just worn out switch, simple as that. And yeah, Delica is back on the road with a working overdrive switch, and yeah, we're good to go. Very nice.